How come this disaster involving a Belgian plane was forgotten? It just wasn't talked about. Strictly speaking, it was not a served Sobelair flight schedule. The Caravelle was temporarily on wet lease with Royal Air Maroc, departing from Le Bourget, Paris. It was Saturday, December 22, 1973. Peter Crew, a 39-year-old purser with Sabena, was to take over a shift from a sick colleague. It was a short flight to Casablanca, Morocco, with a stopover in Tangier. Peter, father of 4 children, would be back to enjoy Christmas with his family. The airplane that was to operate the flight was a 12-year-old Sud Aviation Caravelle. Its first flight was on February 23, 1961. 5 days later it was delivered to Sobelair, where it was registered as Oscar Sierra Romeo Delta. The aircraft was subleased with a 7-member crew including 6 Belgians and a Moroccan steward. For the Sabena stewardess, it was her debut flight. The flight left Brussels empty en route to Le Bourget. There 99 passengers boarded, mostly Moroccan students and workers who wanted to go home to spend the vacations. Also some French and Belgian tourists. Few planes were flying at the time, and that had everything to do with the 1973 oil crisis, but this Christmas flight was allowed to go ahead anyway. There were warnings of bad weather, but Sabena's experienced pilots decided this could not be an obstacle, and they took off that evening from Le Bourget in Paris, bound for Morocco. The plane approached runway 28 of Tangier Bourget Airport in pitch darkness. It was raining hard. During the approach, the plane made a delayed turn and entered the Reef Mountains. The crew was assigned a safe flying altitude of 3,000 feet, 910 meters. The flight was then given permission to land and resumed its descent. At 10:10 p.m. local time, the plane crashed into Mount Melon, which is 20 miles east of the airport at an altitude of 2,300 feet, 700 meters. Did the pilot make a navigation error? Did the control tower in Tangier transmit wrong information? Were the navigation beacons not working properly? Or was it based on outdated maps? We don't know. The conditions for rescue workers were very difficult, a steep slope full of rocks and mud, where the dismembered plane or what was left of it lay, and the bodies of the victims among them. It would be another 2 days before the first bodies could be recovered. Rescuers could only make the journey through the inhospitable area to the site of the disaster on foot or by mule. On Christmas Day, December 25, the fateful news came: all 106 occupants of the Caravelle, including the Sabena crew, were dead. The remains of the 6 Belgian crew members were repatriated to Zaventem. On December 31, 1973, a funeral service in memory of the victims took place in a funeral chapel in Aircraft Hangar 40 at Brussels Airport.